Guys, I got a surprise for you. Look who I'm with.
Hey, welcome to California.
Yeah, man. I'm never going back to New York, guys. I'm moving to San Diego. Jamal said I can move in, so
dude, right
he's
away.
like super
As soon
nice.
as possible. Kyle, you're next, though.
Yeah, we got to make that happen, man. We need a little Sabre West home base, maybe. What do you think, Jamal?
Let's make this happen as soon as possible.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you catch that? My price still going up like NASDAQ. We send shots, make them duck like Affleck. All this fake news, can we bring the facts back? Never backtrack, still on the up and up. And nobody catching up to us. Every time we double down, then we double up. So if we keep winning, can you really call it luck?
All right, so first time flying since all of this stuff going on. And there's more people at the airport than I would have anticipated. Got my rubber gloves on to get through security. Hello. What's going on, guys? So I'm at One Paseo in San Diego, California, and there's something really special about this project. My friend Carrie Bobb basically leased a good portion of this project through taking over the Instagram handles for the landlord and for the property, essentially, right? That enabled her to create a marketing campaign and an interaction that's unlike traditional leasing, right? It kind of goes hand in hand. It separates the leasing and the marketing and the social media. So there's a lot of brands in here. Obviously over here we have a SoulCycle. We all know that in California, the fitness community is absolutely getting crushed, unfortunately. So they're closed now. But you have the Farady's of the world, Blue Bottle Coffee, Joe and the Juice. You have Sam Fox's restaurant, North Italia here, and several other noticeable brands, national brands like Cava Grill. But you also have some really interesting local concepts like Urban Beach House, right? These concepts here were generated, the interest was generated all through social media, and they were able to land interesting local shops to incorporate into the national tenant mix. And in today's world, that's the magic, right? It's not, if I was standing here and it was only Shake Shack and SoulCycle and Cava Grill, this would have a very different feel, right? If it was just national, highly recognized corporate brands that have been around for a long time. That creates a certain vibe that was okay pre-pandemic. But moving forward, it's going to be extremely important for a property to identify with the community it supports. The end consumer who's coming to Urban Beach House or coming to Rourke is going to have a lot more influence in who they want in the project that supports their community, that their kids are going to come shopping at, that they're going to come shopping at. Now, you understand there's a major difference when you're incorporating the cool, curated, more local, exciting, regional, local, exciting concepts into the tenant mix than just the nationals. So really excited to just walk around this project and spend some time here with Carrie so she could help us better understand the process and how long it took, what kind of rents they were able to get. Based on this being my first trip getting on an airplane during COVID, every area across the US is impacted differently by COVID, right? It's really amazing. There's not much vacancy in the shopping center. There's one store here that has signage in the windows, but they've definitely done a great job of keeping their tenants, I don't want to say healthy because I don't know the condition of them, but the reality is that they're still in business. So there has to be a lot of abatement, a lot of deferral of rent, I'm assuming here, because it would not be easy to operate a business through the downturn, the pandemic here, while obviously a lot of folks are not coming and shopping the way they typically would. So it's super early here. It's 6 a.m. in California, which is not super early in New York. So I'm in that funky limbo time period. But today I'm at the Starbucks drive-thru, as you can see, and gonna get my coffee, find a good place to work out, and then I'll check back in. So I made it to the beach to get a workout in, and it's like beautiful weather. I mean, it's actually cool. It's probably in the, I would say, about 60-degree range, and just have to love how the mountains fall into the ocean in California. It's one of my favorite things. Carrie Bobb herself.
Hello, we're so glad you're here. Hey guys.
So guys, this is a perfect example of collaboration and what it means to just link up with people on social media and then in real life. Imagine that. So we actually all met through social media and we're doing amazing things together as a result of it. I'm standing, where am I standing? You can tell me where I'm standing.
You're in Liberty Station.
Liberty
in San
Station.
Diego. It's an old Navy base. It's where they filmed Top Gun. Fun
That's
fact.
pretty cool. And it's also where it's like 85 and sunny and it's 45
all year
and
round.
Rainy in New York right now. We won't rub that in. So guys, tell us a little bit more about what you guys are using social media for. You start, Jamal, because yeah, and then
I'm
we'll...
using social media to not only brand myself but my company and reach out to other businesses that need help with their real estate footprint and understanding what transactional stuff goes into real estate.
Amazing. And you and I have like basically feel like we've met before, even though we haven't.
I followed Jay for so long, I feel like I've walked days in his life, right? It's the first time I've ever physically met him, so. it's a
Crazy.
wonderful thing.
Awesome. Good vibes, bro. Appreciate it. And then Carrie Bobb, the person who pioneered how to use influencers to lease space and create community. Carrie, tell us a little bit about what you guys do.
We're using social in a lot of different ways, but influencer leasing is one. We treat influencers like brokers and we pay them, we call them finder's fees, but it's essentially the equivalent of a referral fee for a deal. Like a transaction actually has to get done before we pay them. And they're just the conduit between the shopping center owner and a business owner, and they know brands that are expanding that we as brokers could never know. They just have so much information. So that's one way that we're using it.
And that actually helps create like a unique tenant mix, right? Because traditionally, I would say a lot of folks that are leasing space, and whether they're in-house for a landlord or third-party brokers, they're typically really sending e-blasts to the national tenants. They're not necessarily going out, knocking on doors, handing flyers out the way that most people say they are. And with tools like social media, if Jamal feels like he knows my son Jace, who lives all the way, how many miles? 3,000 miles away, whatever it is, through the tools that we're using to now find prospects for shopping centers and guys, I get asked, I don't know how many times I get asked, like, what's the purpose? What's the ROI of social media? Have you ever done a deal as a result of social media? Guys, I don't want to question intelligence, but at this point, honestly, if you still don't understand what social media does in business, you're not that smart. I hate to be rude, but you're just not that smart. Facts. Thanks, guys. Okay, so we're at my friend's house doing a photo shoot here for influencer leasing. And yeah, guys, California is not terrible. Follow me in. What are we doing in New York, people? You know what? It was a lot smoother. I felt very comfortable on the plane. I never felt like I was in harm's way. Everybody was very respectful. I did have my mask on the entire time. I don't even think I took a bite of food. I literally kept the mask glued to my face the entire flight, but it felt good. And we'll do the responsible thing when we get back to New York. We will get a rapid test and so on and so forth. But all things considered, man, had a really great time in California, a great trip, a lot of exciting meetings. We have a lot going on. Our national advisory business is stronger than ever, and we're working with a lot of folks in the digital army that are, you know, like-minded and sharing tips and helping each other and referring business back and forth. And that's super encouraging. So I was able to actually meet up with Jamal from the Ocean Company. My first time meeting him, and he warmed my heart. He told me that, you know, my content inspired him to actually put the camera on his face for the first time. And, you know, that means the world because we're doing this a long time. My man Monty behind the camera knows we're at this a long time. He's always said, you know, Jay, I believed in you from the beginning. And you know what? I just want to say, when people are telling you that you're crazy or you're doing something that doesn't really make sense, why are you putting a video on you when you're in real estate? You're in real estate, Jay. You're not a journalist. Like, what are you doing? Sometimes people don't understand where the world's going, and they're focused on what's happening in November of 2020 and not what's gonna happen in November of 2025. So put that in your mind, build your business, build your personal brand, use social media. Reach out to me if you need help, if you need content creators, we got you. We got Monty behind the camera. He's looking for more work, man. I gotta put my people on always. So I appreciate everybody. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We were running and gunning since the moment we landed, so we didn't really have that much of a chance to shoot fire content, but I think we just got some good stuff now. Appreciate you.
It's fake news, can we bring the facts back? Never backtrack, still on the up and up. And nobody catching up to us. Every time we double down, then we double up.